That's a good one. But I'll tell you this. You know all the specificities about everything.
No. I don't know everything.
That's how it be.
No, I really just I be tapped into what I be tapped into, man. But I don't.
Oh, we DJing. Let's go. Yo!
I know Blix, I'm straight up out of that sister house where G ass right out of chick, so check the neck.
Damn, son, where'd you find that?
Come on,
George Foreman, baby. Now you know. That's my watch, and that ain't. Baby, that's my chain.
Come on.
That's my, and that's not a snow cone. That's my ring. Yeah, what y'all know about this? Y'all know about this? Shout out to everybody from Houston, Texas. I'm from the Southwest Side. You feel me?
Come on.
I'm about to freestyle. You know what I'm saying?
All
What's
right.
up? You got the instrumental. We can go back and forth.
Know.
Four bars. What's up?
Yeah, we could go if that's what you want to do.
All right, nah. But with the Rob Haze, I already know all day.
Hey,
we got the what? The Lokes and the Shades.
Hey.
Already know we getting paid.
Hey.
About to got water instead of the lemonade.
Hey, let's go.
Man.
Canice in the building.
Yeah.
Canice Hunnid K.
Yeah, that's my new last name, y'all. Hunnid K. You gotta spell it with an H.
Yeah.
UNNID. Hunnid K. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay. Canice, this is a long time coming. The
Yeah.
people don't know. I met you 13 years ago.
13.
At the Bay Area Black Comedy Competition. Same place I met Kim on stage.
That's
Lance
the same
Woods,
place I met
BT
Kev
Kingsley,
too. BT too. Wait,
yeah.
I think so. Yeah. He
Oh
used
wait,
to be
no,
in
I
Texas
met
every now and then.
BT before that. He came to Atlanta.
That's
for
why I
sure.
met Nate Jackson.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, was that ours where Matt Rife was in it too?
that was the next year.
Oh, okay, cool.
That was
'cause
the
I in
next
that.
year.
Yeah.
I didn't come that year.
Willie Lynch Jr.,
But yeah,
Rip
Willie
Michaels.
Lynch Jr.,
That's where I met
Rip
them.
Michaels,
Lance,
yeah.
out in Sacramento.
Yeah, Lance Woods.
Lance Wood, yeah. This is where I met all these guys. man.
Right. But
That's crazy.
I see all of them. I haven't seen you since. I
Hey,
have
man.
not seen you since.
Hey man, we on different sides of the world. Cause right
Yeah.
after that, moved to New York. Right,
I was in
for
New
a
York
couple
first,
years.
right?
Yep,
Yeah.
I was in New York for a couple years, and then it was crazy because I moved to New York. I was out there for like a year. The building that I was staying in shut down. They was like, we would make more money if this was an old folks' home, and so we all had to leave. So we went to New Jersey. I was in Newark, New Jersey. When I say it was the hood, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So you went to New Jersey.
I went to New Jersey after a year or two or whatever. And
Okay.
then I was out there for a little while. That's where I met Rip Michaels out there. I didn't know he stayed out there.
Yeah. What made you go to New Jersey opposed to like trying to go to like New York?
Okay, here go the thing. I'm going to keep it real with you. They told us last minute, probably like 2-3 weeks before we had to move. So I'm quickly trying to find something because I leave during the summers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I go back to Texas, make some money, come back, whatever. So I'm trying to find something, and I'm flying back and forth up here in every place I'm seeing. Bro, they showed me a house in Harlem. This is a true story. They showed me a house in Harlem. I flew back out here, and I was like, all right, let me go, see it before,
Yeah.
I decide on it. So, the lady showing me, she was like, yeah, this is an old type of, elevator and everything. She showed me the crib. The crib is extremely small, but where I was staying at was like the quarters of a servant or butler, right?
Okay.
Super small. The toilet is right in the same room. It looked like a jail cell. You get what I'm saying? And it was wild. And she was like, well, this is the room. And it was like, you couldn't even do your elbows like this. Like, it was.
Okay.
And I was like, hell nah. But she was like, do you recognize anything about this building? I was like, nah. She was like, well, it was in a movie. I said, what movie? I'm thinking like, something big, something good. Maybe. I don't know.
Right.
She was like,
West Side Story, something.
yeah. And she gonna say New Jack City. This was the card. I said, bitch, get the fuck off my phone. True story.
Living,
Bro,
just enough
for the city. Ow! You feel what I'm saying? So I was like, hell no. So I'm still looking things up. People calling me, and everybody that was staying in my building, they said, oh, we had this other spot that's similar in Jersey.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I moved over there.
Got you.
But I was still here I was still in New York all the time.
Yeah.
Because I just hooked up with Rip Michaels at the time. So Rip Michaels took me on his wing, taking me everywhere. We doing all these shows and everything.
Okay.
3-4 times a night. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like 6 days a week, 3-4 times a night. Man, shout out to Rip Michaels, man. So yeah, man, that's when I found out what the real New York comedy
That
scene
New
looked
York
like.
grind is
Man.
crazy. Yeah.
Then, So then I end up leaving. I didn't even think I was leaving. I just left because I was like, I got to find a new spot because I wanted to get a better, spot or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up leaving, for the summer and everything like that. I started making so much money out in Texas. I was like, I'm going to sit here for a little while. And I think that's around the time you moved over there a year or two later.
Yeah, I moved there in like 2015.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was around the time when I was in and out.
Got you.
I was literally
right,
in and out.
because and I was traveling and stuff, so I could never catch you in New York. Yeah,
and everybody, all my people knew about you. Kim Boyd's, the Kev Isos, all of that stuff.
Oh,
Those are all my Houston folks.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was like, damn. And then after that, you moved to Cali or
Yeah.
whatever. And so, and then I was thinking about, cause I was considering moving back to New York, but I was like, it's too fucking cold.
It is cold.
I can't do it.
It is cold.
And so,
were you there when like Sandy
hit October 2012.
So yeah, I was there
in
for
that.
the aftermath of Sandy, them trying to repair the trains and stuff, because it was like, some stuff got messed up with that.
The storm.
Yeah.
No. That
Yeah.
happened in 2012.
Yeah.
You was out there?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
When I was out there, they were still trying to
Yep, that's right.
fix it from
That
what
was
happened
my
with
first month
Sandy.
in New York.
That's crazy.
That was my first month in New York.
That's crazy.
Literally, they shut down. It taught me a huge. Okay, random story. My first month in New York, I got my first TV credit.
Okay.
Right? This gonna sound like some bullshit. Already shout out to that.
Yeah.
So basically, the guy who now he has a show. Was it the Opposition? No, I'm sorry. He has a show right after Trevor Noah's show at the time. At the time, his name's Jordan Klepper.
Yeah, Jordan Klepper.
Jordan Klepper.
He's back on the Daily Show.
There we go.
Yeah.
Super dope, everything. Right?
Yeah.
So basically, he was killing it, like the improv scene out there and stuff like that, right? So one day, I see these two, white dudes with suits on leaving my apartment building, right? Because our apartment building was basically an old school dorm.
Okay.
So it used to be a dorm, right?
Got you.
So when they came up there, they were like, "Yeah, we desire a room." You know what I'm saying? Also, coming to America shit, right?
Right.
They showed them the best room they had in there. They said, "No, we need something more poor. We need small," because they were doing a show about a guy who's like, a super senior in college, but he was called the hall monitor. So it was called the monitor or whatever. He was a residence hall monitor or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they wanted a smaller room. So I said, "Who are they?" Some guys from Comedy Central looking for a room. I showed them the best room. They wanted a small room. I'm like, we don't have any small rooms available. I'm like, unless you want to give up your room, Canice. I said, bitch, yes. Like, give up yes. Get him. Call him right now. She said, hold on. We got to check with your roommate. My roommate walks in, literally 1 minute later. He was like, hey, yo, who was those guys at the corner? I said, it was some dudes from Comedy Central. What? What were they here for? He's in film, right?
Okay.
He's at the New York Film Academy and everything.
All right.
And he was like, oh, what they was doing here? They was looking for a room. She was like, yeah, I ain't have no other room that they wanted unless we give up y'all room. He said, give them the fucking room.
Right.
So we like called him right now.
Yeah.
We finna chase him down the block. She calls them. She think they not finna say yes. They was like, all right, cool, we'll be there tomorrow. They come up in there. They look at the room. They paid us to leave.
Okay.
They said, we're going to send y'all to Manhattan. This is during Sandy. You get where I'm going with this?
Got you.
Show business was in full swing.
Yeah.
during a state of emergency. They shut down gas stations. And they still brought crew every single day from Manhattan. Bridges were closed down. They still brought crew every day from Manhattan.
We gotta shoot this Sharknado.
Okay.
It don't matter. I understand, but we shooting Sharknado today.
Bro,
yeah.
They shot. They went. They got crew like nothing was happening. Like it wasn't going crazy outside.
Right.
So that's a random story, but it taught me a lot about show business. Don't nothing stop. And when it comes to like show business, when I don't care
back
if
then.
Back then, my bad.
Stuff stops
my
a
bad.
lot now. Yeah,
I mean, I was in Houston during Corona. Did shit stop? But back then I was
we didn't see this stop. But yeah.
Bro,
the show don't
there
gotta
was
go
so
on.
much money though that they were spending on the regular because they even were off. They paid us every day. First of all, they allowed us to be in it, right?
Cool.
They gave us parts. I even got like a little line or two or whatever.
Okay.
And then
Did it air?
It never aired.
Okay, got you.
Never did.
Got you.
But you get the credit. They even showed us everything. Cool, got the credentials. But the point is that it was my first month, and they paid me. I want to say I got paid probably over maybe $1,500, $2,000 or whatever. Yeah, just because they paid us to be to be extras at first.
Yeah,
then they kind of gave me a line, gave a little more. Then they needed to record a little more, so they paid us. And every single day too, they were paying us not to go in our room as well. And the room that they didn't want, which was down the hall, we just stayed right in there because they offered us a room and transportation anywhere we wanted to go in Manhattan. It was like, no, we want to be here within the action.
Yeah.
So the girl at the front desk, shout out, man, Tasha, I love you. Real talk. Shout out to black women that be looking out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. You want shit done. You know what I'm saying? Call up an assistant. But if you want shit done right, get you a black woman, preferably a Tasha. Okay. You feel me? So shout out to Natasha for real though. She was like, look, I give you the keys to that room. Do what y'all want, just don't mess it up. It's no problem. Boom. So they basically gave us. So that was like a big check.
Yeah.
That was my first one, and it was all in total. And I was just like, man, this is dope. This is how it really is, or whatever. The whole shebang. Like, it wasn't thunderstorming outside. We didn't know what to do because people couldn't leave because no grocery stores were closed.
Right.
Everything. The only thing that was open was show business and the Chinese man delivering food, bro. On God. That was it. And so, yeah, bro, shout out to that. That taught me a lot. Yeah, it shut down now, though.
Yeah.
Budget cuts is the big.
Yeah, no.
They be like, you know
serious.
what? I love this show.
Right.
But you know what? How do we spend like 90% less?
The way
to
they
keep
was
the show on.
watching Ryan Coogler's pockets off the top, it was just like, yo.
Boy, they was trying to destroy him before it came.
It's the first week.
Yo.
I ain't never heard y'all talk about a budget versus return week one ever.
It got a long way to go
before you break even. Break even. That's the kind of stuff you say after a year after the movies came out.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the kind of stuff you say like, all right, it's the year anniversary. What went wrong? Blah, blah, blah.
Thank you. I just saw a video that was created 3 months ago about why the Power Rangers didn't do well.
Right.
And that came out in like 2016.
Oh, that Power Rangers. I was about to say, I was about to be offended. Because I was like, now we showed up in 95. Action boy now.
We
like,
did.
yeah, we was, we're in trouble. Someone's come along and they bust our bubble. Yeah. I was in there, dog.
First of all,
you know what I'm saying?
Specificity. You
Come
see what I'm
on,
saying?
dog.
You don't play around. We showed up. The 90s
Mighty
in
Morphin?
general. The 90s in general, we showed up. We showed up in 1994, the Ninja Turtles. We showed up. When it's time to show up, we show up. And I think we tapped into that when it came to Sinners.
Yeah.
Because I felt like they challenged us.
A little bit.
Because we took it up like, hey, why are you
bit.
talking about my cousin like that?
Whenever they dangled that carrot in front of us, we gonna come on, man.
We laced up our shoes.
Yeah, when they was all like, we don't know if we should even do a Black Panther movie. What we do?
Oh my God, we made
dressed like
it was the number
offensive.
one
How some of the
Marvel
African
film.
garb that
Come
people
on.
was throwing on.
Oh.
They don't even do that for Juneteenth. They don't do that for like Black History Month. But now you want to wear a dashiki.
Call up Diamond.
Yeah,
We putting it on.
You could have just wore like some Marvel stuff, but you like, nah. I'm gonna be African
Absolutely.
on Friday.
And we pulled up with the food too.
Come
We
on.
pulled up with food, collard greens.
I didn't know what they
Sweet
ate
potatoes.
in Wakanda. That's crazy.
We don't know.
That's crazy.
We don't know. And we
Yeah.
pulled up with it.
There's
And that's
not
what I'm
enough
saying.
eating in comic books. We'll never know what they eat. We'll never know. The only person that eat is the Flash because he be burning all them carbs. So they do show the Flash be having them plates stacked up.
Dang, I'm thinking about that right
Yeah.
now. Like, when have we seen? Because I've even seen Batman at a restaurant,
Right.
but he was just on the hose.
But this is what I don't understand. Why don't they ever show that, like, the Flash be putting holes in his shoes, too? Because if my Air Force One bottoms be, you know what I'm saying, the stars be falling off and stuff just from walking and sitting around.
Yeah.
I know when the Flash, he just, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on. He got
them
holes
things
in his
be
appetite.
slick
You feel what I'm
after
saying?
a while,
Come
for
on.
sure.
What like real talk? What kind of shoes you think Flash like? What would Flash's favorite shoes be?
I think
Like,
Flash
what
be
kicks he
trying to be in the like Doc Martin, like big chunky Raph, like big, like whoever got the big chunky joint so that it got brakes on it. McQueen's, you know what I'm saying? Whatever just got a big sole on it.
Oh, okay.
That's
Lugs,
what
Birdman Lugs.
Yeah. Birdman Lugs for sure.
Lugs.
Yeah.
And some Butters, some Tim Butters.
Did you ever have a pair of Lugs?
No,
do y'all
I did
do
not. No, I
boots
did
in
do
Houston?
Lugs, but not Burberry. Yes.
Is that an ignorant question?
Yes, it is. But
I mean,
but
no, not
listen.
boots on the ground, but like suede boots, like
yes,
in the wintertime.
we were doing. We thought, man, look, Jay-Z was a big artist. Okay,
So
it was a lot going on in the early 2000s, kind of sort of.
yeah,
We had the polo boots. We had the big ass polo boots. We was wearing the big, and we also wore Timbs. You know, I had cousins that really thought they was from the East Coast.
Okay,
So they'll always wear the Yankee fitted or whatnot.
that happened in Texas.
Yeah,
I just assumed that, like, because we had that in Atlanta, and those people got on my nerves, especially with the ones that had no connection to New York, that just chose New York. They just walked in lids, and they were like, "I'm a New Yorker." Actually,
think about it, because back then, that's so true. Because back then, think about what was we didn't create our own, like, you know, ideas of what we wanted to do. We were consumed by what we saw on TV so hard.
right?
With social media, it's different. Yes, whatever's a trend, people will do. These kids will do.
Yeah,
But also, you a hashtag away from seeing a whole new world, literally, and seeing how great that world is. That's why
Right.
there's more earthy girls now. That's why there's more. I'm just saying that in general, because you could see that aesthetic with just one hashtag. Back when we was growing up, you just had the TV, whatever was on. That's why, like, to this day, and we're going to talk about this. To this day,
okay.
this is why I love women with short hair. I grew up in the 90s. Laura Winslow, when she grew up, fine, short hair. Toni Braxton, short hair. Nia Long, unguardable with short hair. Like, unguardable, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, and then when she did the
She
short
slapped
bob,
Tay Diggs with short hair.
dog, and he took it.
Yeah.
He saw
right.
it. We supposed to call cut? Damn, she fine. Keep going. I don't blame him, bro.
Right,
unguardable, bro.
Yeah.
This is Halle Berry.
Come on.
We can still
In
continue.
the Flintstones.
Shanice, wasn't that her? I like your smile. I probably
Yeah.
Dog, unguardable. I need to make a whole list of the top 20 women with
Monica
short hair.
Mustang album.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
With the little
Make things right. Yeah.
with the 1 inch heel.
Hey, we
the
not
1
gonna do
centimeter
that.
heel.
We're
You
not
feel
gonna
me?
do that.
Come on.
Yeah.
But this is what it was back then, bro. And we haven't even gone in halfway into, you know, really that realm.
Adina
Oh,
Howard.
I grew. Man, speaking of Adina Howard, Teaching in My Panties. Man, listen. That
Written
song,
by
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Come on.
That song got me so many lap dances at teen parties when I was young.
Okay.
Right? It grew hair on my chest. I told her that when I met her.
Interesting.
And by the way,
And
Adina Howard is still fine.
How did that go over?
She started laughing. She thought I was playing with her. I said, Adina, I love you. Do you know that? we was on the Fantastic Voyage. What was it? The Tom Joyner cruise together.
Gotcha.
So when we perform, we have to sign autographs. So I'm sitting next to her, and I wasn't even worried about folk. I was like, Adina, I love you so much. You grew me up. My first chest hair was because of you.
Did she do that? The 2 hands up, keep them up. Did you see that?
It wasn't at the thing that I was at.
Okay,
no.
okay.
But I seen her.
I
seen her do it.
I was a little upset with the dude because I was like, she's 50, man.
Exactly.
Let her get up.
Hey, bro.
Let her get up.
It's taking a while.
Right.
But she is still beautiful, breathtaking when you see her. But this is what I'm talking about.
I remember my friend's
Undefeated short hair.
dad in like around 04, 05 got the Mercedes from the Freak Like Me video. And it was a 10-year-old car by then, you know what I'm saying? But that was like, in our neighborhood, it was a lot of people getting a like dream car when it had mechanical issues.
Come on.
So, you know, it didn't run all the time.
All the way, exactly.
The heat didn't always work, but he got the Mercedes
that
that was popping when he was outside.
and that's just it. Because all, like, for instance, right? I'm in here. We all sneakerheads.
Mm-hmm.
Why are most of us sneakerheads?
Well, when Michael Jordan played is when my parents were married. So,
Gotcha.
you know, they got married in 84. They were done by the time he was on the Wizards. I don't know why everybody else buying sneakers. I'm really going through something.
My parents got married on Jordan 1.
Yeah.
That's why.
At first it was just me trying to remind them of the good times. But I don't know why the rest of y'all just keep retroing shoes. I really don't.
Because I could not have them when we were in school. They were too expensive. I had, a couple brothers. So it's like, they couldn't just buy. They had to buy cheap shoes. Like,
got you.
The amount for one Jordan, they could have went to Payless and got us four shoes.
For something
or
else.
at Wieners. Shout out to everybody who remember Wieners and stuff like that. And
that's got to be some Houston stuff.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Here.
Especially in 2025. Pause. On that.
Yo, shout out to everybody at Wieners. Whoa,
and Auschwitz,
hey.
You know what I'm saying? This sounds like a Diddy case. You know what I'm saying? But yes, back in the day, and Just for Feet.
We had Just for Feet.
Just for Feet. We was in that bitch hooping in the shoes we knew we weren't gonna wear.
When Jordan was playing baseball, they did have some Jordans buy one get one free at Just for Feet.
Man,
and my parents got me
$79.99.
a pair of 9s that were in a size 2, and then they got me a size 3. So when the 11s was out, I was wearing 9s, but that wasn't when retro was cool.
Exactly.
So people was just like, damn, them things old. Oh, man, them old. And it's like, I got on J's. Like, I got on Jordans.
At least you got that experience.
That's true.
I never had that.
Got
so
you.
Because I never had that, guess what I'm doing?
What?
I'm buying them every time I see them.
Yeah?
I'm buying. And it sucks because most sneakerheads are just kids who couldn't have it when they were younger, and now they get a chance. So when he's buying that same Mercedes, this is what it was hot when he was outside.
Yeah.
It was. Throw somebody in jail. Throw somebody in jail for over 20 years. Guess what they're going to come back wearing? A Nietzsche. Lot 29. Iceberg.
Where are they going to find that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Jabot jeans.
Come on.
You can get anything off Amazon, bro.
That's true.
You can get anything off Amazon.
That's sad.
They sell Pizza Hut cups on Amazon, nigga. Where y'all get that? You know what I'm saying?
Funny.
Yeah, bro. Real talk.
Yeah.
So we had to. So, but yes, bro, I agree with him. And it made him feel good, bro. It made him feel good, bro. Shout out to that.
But the jokes was flying. We was like, man, that's a Dina Howard car.
So, and man, hey, if I could have got, I probably know a million girls that would have got whatever car that Sierra was dancing on while Ludacris was singing.
Okay, I think it was a T-top Cutlass Supreme. Might have been it's definitely like mid 80s.
What we saw back then is what it just is what it is. So we saw, we couldn't click a hashtag and see other things. So we saw what was fed to us.
Now, back then, and when it came out, if those girls had that car, they would have got robbed.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like, that was one of them cars that it was like, if you find it, you could probably save up and get it.
Yeah.
But then the minute you drive it around, somebody's going to take it from you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I know it's the T-top because it had the 2 sunroofs or whatever that you could like take off. And she was like dancing on it, and they were afraid she was going to fall through the sunroofs. Yeah.
I did not know that.
I saw Access Granted.
Shout out to Access Granted. Shout out to Access Granted, dog. No.
Yeah,
Bring back the old BT. Bring back
man.
Music videos.
I be wanting to know how y'all made some of these videos.
Come on. That's how I found out about Dr. Teeth, who used to record a lot of people's who used to do everybody's music video. And also I found out about what's his name?
Wait, you found out about
Lil X.
Dr. Teeth watching videos? You
You
didn't just like drive by and be like, oh, there go Dr. Teeth right there.
No. I found out from I forgot what video it was, but it was on Access Granted.
Yeah.
That's how I knew about Lil X as well. That's how I knew about Benny Boom. I think he was from Texas as well. And he used to do everybody's music video.
Yeah.
So this is how we're seeing all these guys. So it got to a point. Hype Williams. This is why I
Right.
saw how he looked. So I was like, yo, I could tell I hype Williams video from a Lil X video.
Yeah.
Or then he changed his name to Direct X. But all because of Access Granted. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, and How I'm Living, I missed that shit.
I'm living good.
How I'm Living,
good.
I don't care. What was the MTV version of How I'm Living?
Cribs?
MTV Cribs.
I think
There we
Cribs
go.
was first.
I know, but
I
had
think
to do
Cribs
it.
might have been
I had to
first.
do it. It was definitely first.
I
had to do
feel
it.
like
You
I
saw
feel
how I
like
tried to slide
I
that in?
feel like
What was their copy? What was their version?
rappers got Cribs turned up though. Because
Absolutely.
rappers don't be shy about showing off their stuff. Like rock stars would be like, "Man, I don't have a lot in the fridge. You know, I just got some juice or whatever." But like Ludacris was like, "This is where the magic happens," and then everybody said that afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
It was Luda that started.
Doesn't that seem like something Luda would do? Yeah, this is where the magic happens. Like, doesn't that seem like?
No, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Wow.
When Redman was like, next time you
Redman,
come
what you
back,
call it?
rub these two wires together. He had a dude just sleeping by the
And
TV. He had the shoebox
that
with
was
the
a trap
money
house.
in it. Come on, man.
That was a trap house.
Come on.
And then people started decorating their fridge because of them episodes.
Yeah.
It was
I
like,
was
look,
up in their
red
fridge.
juices up top.
That's how Instagram started. Before Instagram,
Facts.
we was on MTV Cribs. We was up in your fridge,
Mhm.
and that's really like the
Mhm.
beginning of us being like,
It
I
has
want
to
to
look
know
like itself.
everything.
Mhm.
I want to know Start streaming live. Show
Yeah.
me everything, cause I'm in their fridge. I know what's in Dame Dash fridge right
It
now.
was so special back then, bro.
Mhm.
We had not only music videos, we had countdown shows. I remember shit like, we're not even gonna talk about TRL and 106 Park. By the way, bring back 106 Park.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about some other things, but let's even get to that. You remember Global Grooves?
Global Grooves.
Global Grooves was a show.
I remember
where it-
Global Guts.
No, that was on Nickelodeon. and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That went, hey, hold
Do
on,
you
moment of
have
silence
it?
for that.
Guts.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then, by the way, since we talking about, what was the game? Mindbender? What was it called?
What?
The one, oh my God, what was that? You know what I'm talking about? Where it was the big little ancient tomb
Legends
talking-
of the Hidden Temple?
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
love that. By the
Come
way,
on.
this when I knew I was going to be a penny pincher.
Okay.
Shows like what was it called? Supermarket Sweep.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that taught me how to calculate things so quick, man. If I was there, this is what I would. First of all, you get the turkeys, right?
Yeah.
Then oh my gosh, I love that. So then, when I grew up and I saw where Stone Cold Steve Austin was beating the hell up out of Booker T at the grocery store, I was
Right.
like, damn, this is like Supermarket Sweep, but SummerSlam at the
You
same time.
tallying up what Vince
Come
McMahon
on.
spent?
I
just
see
like
what he
make
was
that
doing.
happen?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, that's definitely $37 worth of milk. They just spilled all over this. Go back and watch it, bro.
Yeah.
It was wild. But anywho, back to it. Yes, dog. Bring them shows back, right?
Mhm.
Bring back.
Wait, what's Global Grooves?
Global Grooves was like a DJ was spinning, right? And they'll show you 5 different places around the world
Yeah.
where they were listening to the same song and everybody was dancing. So imagine Soul Train, but in 5 other countries, or I'm sorry, 5
What channel
other
was this on?
on MTV.
On MTV?
Google it right now. Global Grooves went hard. I'll never
There's
forget.
one rule in this podcast: we don't Google anything.
Oh, so we just using our mind.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that take it back. That take us
Mhm.
back to the 90s. Because we
Mhm.
didn't have that. We
We
couldn't
didn't
just
have
ask
that.
G's. We couldn't ask G's.
You would argue about the same thing for
That's it.
weeks.
You remember recording a song and just thinking you knew the lyrics? Like you recorded it on like a cassette tape
Yes.
and playing it back and thinking you knew the lyrics.
Right.
That's how, to this day, I refuse to look up the lyrics to Mariah Carey's "You Will Always Be My Baby."
Well,
because-
she would give them to you. Mariah would give you the
I
lyrics.
don't know.
If you had to, if you didn't record it, if you bought it, she'd give it to you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because she wrote it. So she's like, nah.
Yeah, y'all need to know what's
My
going on.
vocab is crazy.
I
It's some new words
I
in
was
here.
definitely recording it on cassette tape off of the radio.
Yeah.
I did not, to this day. You guys, Roxy Hayes. Shout out to Roxy Hayes.
Shout out to Roxy
I
Hayes.
still think she is saying, you know, when she goes, you will out and through
You
the
think
window.
she's saying shoulda dupe? She
Yeah.
ain't saying shoulda dupe. No, I'm just playing.
I'm about to, oh, bro. I'm about to be hurt.
Hey, dog, it ain't shoulda do. You should really check into what she's trying to lay down, dog.
This is before Ola.com. This is before azlyrics.com.
Right.
We just had to guess. You remember guessing?
I remember guessing. Clear shoulda do right there.
You remember that was? Duh. There we go. See, there we go. And what happened to this? R&B, they don't even do a bridge no more.
Right, they don't scat.
There we
Summer
go.
Walker never scats.
We need that.
We need scatting.
Bring back real
Bring back people who want to sing so bad they don't even need words. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
Dog.
Oh, my God. They
Like-
just
like-
riffing.
Like when Kim was popping.
That's. I mean, he was the guy though.
Yeah, but I'm saying he didn't need words. When love calls, your name. Like, what was that?
What was old girl who?
Come
sang,
on, man.
she
Donnell
had
Jones, sweet.
I don't. What and that? And what was that? By the way, and we was
Right.
singing it too.
That's why I'm so mad at T-Pain, because he's like, I wasn't saying ooh wee. It's like ooh wee
That
rhymes
hurt.
with me.
That hurt.
Ooh wee rhymes with me.
I'ma buy you a drink.
Ooh wee.
I'ma take you home with me.
Come on,
How's
dog.
it? And then
And then. We
That
don't
hurt.
need a transitional
That
phrase,
hurt.
dog.
Exactly.
We jamming. We jamming, bro.
it was just sound.
Yeah.
Afterwards,
And then is assumed
Come on.
by the ooh wee.
come on.
I'm excited about the and then so much I said ooh wee.
Ooh-wee. I'ma buy you a drink.
Ooh wee.
I'ma tell you what's why. 'Cause
Come on.
He knew. And it sounds nowadays, it kind of sound rapey. You know what I'm saying? I'ma
Right.
buy you a drink. It sounds Bill Cosby-ish.
This is a grand gesture, because I used to like the bartender. Now I'm buying someone else a drink.
Come on now.
Yeah.
He gonna be sprung.
Come
That's
on.
the thing.
How'd
We
you get
told
me?
stories, and we didn't even have to understand what they was talking about. We felt what they was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Although Always Be My Baby, I will say it is a little stalkerish.
and
It
I
is a little.
say this all the time.
It is a stalker
She would
anthem.
be in jail
like,
if she was a man.
if you were rolling up on somebody and you was like kind of about to get in the bushes, this is the song that you kind of play on the way, you know? Yeah.
We listening, right?
Right.
And I thought she was saying, I think she says, and we'll linger on.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I thought she said through the window. I didn't know.
Okay.
Because I watched The Sound of Music, right?
Mm.
There was that, he was, calling her through the window on there. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
you just
Hey,
assume
come
I
on.
saw the
So-
Sound of Music.
so-
I appreciate that.
Okay,
Yeah,
so The
yeah,
Sound of Music went hard. By the way, I had the double disc or whatever. Well, double
Okay.
disc before this, shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? You
Shout out
are
Julie
16,
Andrews,
going
you know?
on 17. You feel me?
Okay.
You feel me? Oh, we can do
Okay.
that. We can
Yeah.
go that. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. No, don't play.
All
Do,
right.
a deer,
Uh-huh.
a female deer.
Yeah.
Ray, I drop a golden sun.
Okay.
Me, a name I call
Who?
myself.
Yeah.
Fa, a long, long way to run.
Fa.
So, a needle pulling thread.
Hey.
Fa, I know to follow, so they know to go right there. T, I drink with yam and bread.
Hey.
And that will bring us back to do, me, Ray, fa, Ray, la,
Hey.
la, ti, ti.
That boy doing scales.
When you know. But that was back, and we used to watch musicals. Shout out to Sister Act as well, man.
Come on, yeah.
Shout out to Sister Act 2, man.
Yeah.
And they need to bring back Sister Act 3, man.
Come on.
Come on, Tyler Perry, man.
Yeah, now that
Come on,
Lauryn
Whoopi
Hill
Goldberg,
is showing
man.
up places.
Come on,
now
on
that
time.
Lauryn Hill is showing up places. Now that Cheryl Lee Ralph, you
Come
know what
on,
I'm saying,
she's
got
getting her
some
just
juice.
due.
Let's
Come on.
bring everybody
Bring
back.
it back, man.
Yeah.
Bring it back, dog.
Mm-hmm.
So who would be? What would the plot be?
What would the plot be for
What would
Sister
it be about?
Act 3?
Sister Act 3. Sister Act 1, she was on the run, witness
Yeah.
protection, right?
Right.
I didn't even know that until I grew up. I was just watching the movie.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And I was just
Yeah.
singing the songs. You feel me? Sister Act 2,
Mm-hmm.
they needed her to help with the youth.
Yeah.
What's gonna be Sister Act 3?
My man Leo coming through.
Okay.
Leo the 14th.
Okay.
New Pope coming through.
Okay.
And so now
Okay.
everything got to be airtight. It got to be right. You know what I'm saying? Only thing is we harboring a non-nun as a nun for 30 years. This is a scandal. So we need Mary Clarence to lay low. But of course, things get in haywire whenever, Mary Clarence, when the people come trying to find her or whatnot, and she ends up saving Leo the 14th, and then he kind of like makes her an official nun for real.
Okay, I like this.
Yeah.
How do we bring music into this now? Because it's about the music.
Because where is it set? Where is Sister Act set?
Where is it actually set? That's a good question. Where was it?
What city are they in?
What was it? It was San Francisco.
Oh, yeah. The 90s love San Francisco.
Boy,
the
Full
90s.
House.
Yeah, you can't.
And I didn't even know that Full House was.
You can't even.
It was filmed here.
It's expensive to shoot a TikTok in San Francisco now.
Boy.
But then they was on them hills with them cameras.
Yeah, hey, yo.
Yeah, the Predator could have went to anywhere. You know what I'm saying? No, the Predator came here. Never mind, he came to L.A.
Oh, okay.
My fault.
I say
somebody was in San Fran.
I say make it in Oakland.
Oakland?
Make it in Oakland. Why not?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Leo
the 14th, he going to Silicon Valley.
Okay.
He trying to get the Bible app together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But then something happens. He's got a luxurious room Google gives him. He don't feel right with that. He's all about giving to the poor. He sees some dudes on the street or whatever. He's like, you can have this room. I want to be where the real people at. He go to Oakland. So then when Leo the 14th go to Oakland, that's when they like, all right, we got to get things together. We got the Pope coming through. And then that's when she got to lay low. Yeah.
She got to lay low so she don't get found out. But guess what? She's still teaching the youth.
Mm-hmm.
The youth. And one thing I noticed about the youth, guess what they going to do? Yeah, our teacher, she's on TikTok. Look at her.
Yeah.
And he like, wait, this lady right here?
Yeah.
She's still singing because she's still singing doing shows. What she used to do? She used to do.
She was in Vegas.
Vegas doing shows.
She was
exactly.
doing She was like
burlesque shows almost or something like that.
Well, like she was kind of doing like how like Vegas you see the celebrity impersonators or whatever.
Yes.
She was like singing like everybody else's songs.
Got you.
That's how she was like, oh, I know the Temptations. I know that like she was able to give the songs like that.
So now here go the thing.
Mm-hmm.
They probably somehow her cover is blown only because, the Pope is showing her
right
on TikTok, and then she say, "Wait a minute, the lady that I just saw that blah blah blah, what's going on here?" You get where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So it's got to be something because kids gonna tell your business.
Okay.
No. Listen to me, kids gonna tell your business.
Yeah.
You ever worked in teaching? I mean, education?
I didn't work in education. My mom was an educator.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
High
my
school.
wife's in education.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Like where at?
My mom taught high school, middle school and high school for like 47 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dealing with teenagers. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez. They're annoying.
They would pull up on us in the mall. They'd be like, man, your mom cool as hell. She failed me, but she cool. She cool though.
Yeah, hey, respect though. Respect. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, because I had a teacher like that. Shout out to Miss Davis or whatnot. Shout out to Miss Davis. Cool as hell. Laughed at all my jokes in middle school.
Okay.
Failed me every 6 weeks.
Dang.
Like it wasn't nothing. Nigga.
Okay.
I was upset. But she taught me a real lesson. She was like, no, you funny.
Yeah.
But you didn't do your work.
What subject was this?
It was health.
Health.
Yeah.
Okay. Health is one of them classes where people might clown more than they do in another class.
It was an elective, bro.
Yeah.
We were just having a good time.
Depending on how familiar you are with the human body already, you might be like, man, I got this.
We weren't worried.
I know about cells.
I was in what,
good.
9th grade, 10th grade? I didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
I was just on some stuff like, yo, man, like I made you laugh though. She was like, that ain't gonna do nothing. She said, you're gonna learn this world. Everybody just ain't gonna pass you just because you're cool.
Right.
I was like, damn, she right.
When I was in health, I feel like it was always like, yeah, the books say this, but they got something new going on with the body now. like our textbooks were always like a little too old.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, yeah, these ain't the food groups no more. So like, pass this paper around. We got some new food groups for you. I'm like, man, what is going on,
bro?
Why are we never up to date?
And also, Ask Jeeves didn't really have all the answers.
Come on, man.
Ask Jeeves did not have all
That's
the
why
answers.
Jeeves quit.
He was like,
That's
I'm
why
good.
it
Stop
turned
asking.
to ask.com. He was
Yeah.
like, I'm tired of y'all cursing me out. The internet is new. I don't got everything together, man.
Come on, dog.
Come on. Some of y'all need to make some websites and stop all this complaining.
I'm trying to build
Since
a
you're
plane
so
in the sky.
interested. God, I'm just a simple butler with a website.
He was the first Chat GPT, low key.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta respect him. We gotta tip our hat to him. Shout out my nigga Jeeves, man. We took him for granted, dog.
We took Jeeves for granted for sure.
But yeah, man.
Yahoo
we didn't
came
know.
out. We really abandoned him. Google came out. We abandoned Yahoo. Shame people who was down with Yahoo.
You right about that.
You know what I'm saying? You pull out a Yahoo email.
oh
People
my
be
God,
acting crazy.
Yeah, people act. Oh, and don't let it be an AOL email either. Like, really, yo, internet email address. Come on.
Am I not American? Am I not online?
Right? Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Come on, dog. Shout out to Spiegel Internet too, man. Shout out to Spiegel, man. They used to hook boys up 30 days free, and then guess what? They still trunking another 30 days, dog.
Okay.
Shout out to AIM. Everybody that was on AIM, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the chat rooms, man.
Yeah.
We was doing it back then, man.
Shout out to the B2K chat room. That's where the girls was at.
No.
Allegedly.
You know what?
Might have been talking to a dude overseas, but I didn't know. He said it was a 13-year-old girl. I'm 13.
And type in ASL. You know what I'm saying? A-sex location?
Yeah.
Man, come on. We was there.
Mm-hmm.
We was there. That was a time, bro. They don't, and we take so much for granted now.
Right.
I had something printed. I had some pictures printed out. And it was like, yeah, you could pick them up in like an hour. I said, what? And well, because I remember turning in the film. And you had to wait till you was done with 8th grade to go pick up the pictures.
Right.
You don't remember that?
Right.
You turn in the film, they got a whole little thing back there. It looked like, you know what I'm saying?
It's other people's pictures on the shelf.
Bro, exactly.
So it's like, yeah, duh.
Because
that my pictures already.
It just developed.
It's a whole gang of people's pictures already, yeah.
And we were so used to everything taking time.
Mm-hmm.
We were so used to everything taking time. Bro, it take 9 months to make a baby. You think a picture that you took yesterday finna be done today?
Yeah.
And think about it. What happened to photo albums? Think about it.
Come on.
We had whole booklets of photos. Scared as hell if the house was on fire.
Right.
Because, damn, all my memories going to be gone.
Yeah.
We had that, bro.
Yeah.
They don't have that no more. They don't have collages. Do you know that? These kids ain't never made a scrapbook.
Oh, the collage with the pictures
Come
on the wall.
And the only reason why I'm bringing that up, I had an ex or whatever. She made me like a whole little photo album of us.
Yeah.
Boy, I still got that to this day. I hate that bitch, but I love that photo. That was the best gift I've ever had.
Yeah.
It took her time.
Right.
She had to have made it at the beginning of our relationship just to get them. Because I think it still take that long.
No, it
But
don't. It don't.
Exactly.
There's no. It takes no time. Here's the thing. It's It's like going to a printer with some nice paper.
Mm-hmm. So
it's not like you know you'll turn in the photos from your phone or whatever you know, and then it's not like they're like before they used to be an expert in photography. They was in a dark room.
Yeah.
They were
Absolutely.
actually manipulating chemicals.
Doing
Now
the
they
light.
just hit and print.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And so if it's the wrong aspect ratio, if it's the wrong like
they don't
cut,
understand.
they just I printed it.
Niggas is
You
getting
paid for it to
printouts
be printed
for
and I
pictures
printed it.
at FedEx now.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, no, what we doing?
What are we doing?
And what pisses me off about this shit too is because kids don't understand that. They will take a million photos, look at, nope, don't like this, and they're just throwing it away. You couldn't throw away. When you took a picture, that was it.
That was it.
Cause you had a limited amount in your clip,
Yeah.
in your magazine, on the picture.
At my senior prom,
Mhm.
my camera and another guy's camera got mixed up.
Oh my God.
We both had the same disposable camera,
Mm-hmm.
and then I never got my pictures. Yeah.
The memory's gone.
Right.
The memories are gone. Yes, we have to do that.
One of those.
And they'll tell you how many you had left. If not, they're just gonna keep spinning.
Right. Sometimes they'll only tell you the even numbers.
That's
And
true.
it was a dot. Like they acted like it was too expensive. We can't afford to put all these numbers, man. We trying to keep it cheap.
Come on, bro. It's disposable.
The
bro.
cover of it is paper, okay?
You know what I'm saying?
And you want all the numbers.
You couldn't look at it. You had to literally take a picture and just be like, "Hey, man, it's good."
Right.
That's it.
Don't be hitting the flash too much because you can't change the
your eyes
battery.
get red. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That too. And then when you get the picture developed, it can be messed up, but you still don't throw it away because it's probably the only picture I got with this person.
Right.
I don't care how ugly I'm looking.
Right.
I don't care about this or that. Oh, that ain't my good side.
Yeah.
We kept the picture in that photo album.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. We ain't got that no more. Now everything is digital, which is no problem. But y'all are missing the essence of why it was so important.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even go back and look at none of the pictures. Y'all take all these pictures in your phone and don't go back and look at them and appreciate what happened. I heard somebody say this. When you get out of a relationship with somebody, you're supposed to delete all those pictures. Bitch, my mama still got pictures from her first marriage. Let me stop. She still got pictures from way back, though.
Yeah.
Like, your granny still got pictures from relationships before your grandpa because it was a good picture.
Yeah.
She probably still do, low key. Some of y'all grannies was some hoes, but we ain't, you know.
Okay.
Shout out to them.
All right.
You know, like, come on, we know why. You know, come on now. We didn't see the thunder back there in that moo-moo. You feel what I'm saying? We know who she was on the block.
Okay.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, niggas was out there. But anywho, what I'm saying, though, is that we appreciated it back. We appreciated the picture. Think about it. When the last time you saw somebody throw away, like, a Polaroid picture or something like that? Throw one away.
It's been a minute. I remember in Living Single when Maxine cut Kyle out of all the pictures. I was like, "Ooh, that is cold,
bro." You had
that
to,
is crazy.
Because you paid for that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You went and got it developed, or like, let's say the Polaroid, right? Because it was big. You got it, boom, and you had to do this or whatever, and it came out however it came out. You signed it, you said something on it, and you kept that picture.
Yeah.
There are people that still got things like that with, like, you know, I took a picture with Michael Jackson back in the day. They can't have it. It literally, it's a physical picture.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it was so different back then. I don't think people understood that. You get what I'm saying? They didn't appreciate it. But now they don't appreciate shit. They just throwing away photos.
They don't know, though. They don't know. And also, it's readily available. There's
That's
a
true.
camera all the time. There's a video all the time. There was plenty of people who, like, didn't have access to just make a video. I know I didn't. I know there were plenty of times I would have loved to do sketches or just do whatever.
I get a napkin real fast. I'm sorry. Playing and everything. I would say this too, by the way, talking about video and stuff. That is also why I feel like when people be having all those debates. Oh, Michael Jackson was great, but Chris Brown is way better than him. I'm like, bro. Let me say this for the record right now. We finna say this.
It for the record.
We finna
right
say
now.
it right now. Because I don't know how y'all comparing anybody. Because I remember there was a time where they were saying that Bruno Mars is better than Michael Jackson. I was like,
and they would be blocked.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody ain't better than Michael Jackson. I don't think y'all get it. Michael Jackson would literally go on stage and do 7 minutes of just shut the fuck up. Like, literally, just silent and staring at you.
Yeah.
Everybody pass the fuck out. Meanwhile, you go to Chris Brown, Bruno Mars, every artist that y'all name. Well, what's her name? Taylor Swift, because they compared her to Michael, too.
Honestly,
you go to all they stuff,
people...
everybody alive and well, good EKGs and shit like that.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers don't faint no more. Michael Jackson literally had to have a whole ambulance team, like of over 100, 200 ambulance staff members to carry motherfuckers out who fainted just from seeing him do his silence for literally. At the Super Bowl, he did 90 seconds of silence and people were passing the fuck out.
I hate when people be like, man, Chris Brown better because he could do a backflip. That's not dancing.
Crackheads can do a backflip.
Backflip is not dancing.
Crackheads can do it.
If you got a backflip in a dance contest, that will shake most people.
Yeah.
But that's not going to shake somebody that's an ill dancer.
Bro.
Michael Jackson's a dude from the 70s. They wore afros. They wasn't backflipping like that.
And even then,
it might have been frowned upon. They had on platforms. It was a different mindset.
yeah. Do your backflip.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you still got to compete vocally.
I bet if Mike wanted to backflip, he could have backflipped.
Absolutely.
And grabbed his nuts at the same time.
Yeah.
Come on.
On a backflip.
Landed on his tippy toes.
Landed on his tippy toes after a backflip, did the moonwalk,
Shimon.
and motherfucking did the middle finger to your bitch ass. There's no way, and it's not even about who's the best dancer, who's the best performer, or nothing like that. Y'all don't understand.
People
the
left the
impact he
house
had.
to buy the album. People saw a zombie thing on TV and was like, I have to hear what this R&B album sounds like.
Come on now.
Come on.
It was so.
It's in our pocket. This other music's in our pocket.
I'll do you one even bigger. I just watched the thing where they said part of the reason why MTV and music videos and MTV couldn't work forever because when they made their most money and got their most viewership and got their most money off ads, it's when Michael was dropping a music video. He not only shook the record company, the music video industry. I'm sorry, not just the record industry.
Right.
The music. He actually revamped the vinyl industry at one point in time. He revamped music videos because when he was finna show up, they knew. Oh, every advertiser was like, "I need to pay for my shit to be on your show."
Right.
You showing Michael.
Right.
He did that. The impact of that. Think about it. When's the last time you seen? As a matter of fact, name 10 significant music videos in the last 15 years.
I probably
10.
could.
10.
I probably could.
Significant.
I probably could.
Because I can name 10 just for Michael alone.
I probably could.
And I'm saying 10 from anybody. Not just the Chris Brown. And this is no shade at Chris Brown. But I'm just saying in general, who though? Since 2010.
Since 2010, there's plenty of videos.
Come on, talk to me.
WAP.
Oh. Good. Okay.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I got to give you that one.
Bad and Bougie.
I'm not giving you that one. That was not a must see. I have to stop and go watch that. Absolutely not.
Walk It Like I Talk It.
No, not giving it that.
You not giving me that?
And I'm a huge Migos fan.
Okay. Last 15.
Come on.
Katy Perry.
What song?
She got the eye of the tiger.
That was a great song.
Come on. Okay. All right.
That was a great song.
All right.
I'm talking about a music video that had impact. That the
Formation.
Absolutely. I give you that one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I'll even do you one better. Even Hold Up, They Don't Love You Like I Love. I'll even give you that one too.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
What else you got? This is America.
Don't do the tripping
Think
now.
about
Don't
that.
get you
That is
slipping now.
okay. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Very impactful. These are but look at how sparse.
Cranes in the sky. Come on. You try to drift it away.
She's from H-Town. I get that. But that's what I'm saying. But back then we had meaningful. People treat a music video these days not even people, artists treat a music video like it's nothing.
No guidance.
Where is the no guidance? What I get it, but
They had the battle. They had the battle.
It wasn't.
Took your heart out.
That's my feeling about the song Andre did.
Come on, man.
Chris
Brown had bloods that could dance, dog. Yeah, dancing bloods.
Michael Jackson had Crips and Bloods doing the moonwalk.
Humping the street. Humping the street. Doing the crybaby. He had Crips. He had crybaby Crips.
He was doing the crybaby. He had thugs doing the crybaby. Think about that.
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Nah, that's real.
Unbeatable.
That's real.
Unbeatable. We took music videos. Serious because you wanted to be on Rap City.
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style. I gotta give it that. I was thinking that. I was hoping you didn't say that.
Hey.
That was, and he's still going crazy now.
Is he? Where's Sy at? Sy, come by the show, man. I ain't know Sy was still out here.
I'm talking about, and he's bringing them out 30,000 people a show. He crazy. He said, I don't need America.
Yeah.
He was like, I appreciate y'all boys, but I'm really that out here. You feel what I'm saying?
I ain't know that. I
Yeah,
ain't
he
know
really- he
Side
really
had an
that.
essentials.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey, yeah, man. Shout out to my boy, man. Shout out to my boy. You feel me? And he did it in a tuxedo, man. He was bringing back them retro vibes, bro.
Yeah.
Boys used to dance.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
They used, and the craziest part is that what annoys me nowadays is that you had to be able to dance back then.
Right.
Now it's only 2 dudes dancing,
yeah.
and one of them on drugs. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Let me stop lying. 3 of them on drugs. Like they all
out
but
of
it's-
2, 3
but
out
it's
of 2.
Facts. Because one coming up, he been. But nah, they. It's like even then, like everybody used to dance. Everybody, it was just
Right.
a part of music. Now they just be like
They dancing now. They got the fans now.
that and that. Shout out to the South, by the way.
Yeah.
But we got the trail rides.
they got the
popping with
Tamia
that.
dance. The
Yeah,
Tamia dance.
Oh, we gonna put something together.
Come
We
on.
gonna put something together today. Shout out.
Yeah.
I still need to learn that, y'all. It's too many steps in that dance and whatnot. By the way, if you listen to the lyrics of that song, that's a freaky ass song. Tamia, you freaky as hell. By the way, Tamia also, when she had short hair, crazy.
Oh, I don't even know about
Crazy.
that.
Hey,
that
crazy.
Era, Tamia. Yeah. I'm
You
a
gotta
Grant
put her on
Hill
the list.
fan. I don't really be looking at Tamia like that. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
Yeah.
and shout out to Grant Hill, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Grant Hill.
Shout out to Grant
you
Hill.
know,
He was
even
supposed
though
to be
he
the
went
next
to
Michael
Duke.
Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why do we still hate him because he went to Duke?
I don't hate him. I still hate Duke.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it that era when we started hating Duke?
I think so.
Because that was the
I do
Christian
think
Lay
so.
nerds, the
Bobby
it was-
Hurley.
yeah, and we hated them.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who Duke was. I just knew I had to hate them.
Yeah.
And I got Nigerian parents and stuff like that. So my cousin was like, "They're the devil," or whatever. So that's
Right.
just what it was, bro.
Yeah.
So ain't that what they are? The Blue Devils.
Blue
Something like-
Devils,
yeah.
yeah. But
they're the
I
devils.
did wonder why are there no other colored devils in college basketball? It's just a blue one. They
You
could
see what
just
I'm
be
saying?
the devil.
You see what I'm saying?
They don't got to specify.
Exactly, but again, back to it. To
Mhm.
me, yeah. But all them songs, we gonna put a dance to it. But it's like these artists these days or whatever, like R&B artists, I think they missing something.
Yeah.
I think they need to get back to love. Like I don't even know what it is, and this gonna sound crazy as hell.
Mm.
One of the best R&B albums in the last like 3 years was a dude who don't even make R&B. Technically,
Right.
the Love album.
Gasms.
I don't.
Oh.
know.
Oh, wait.
The Love album by Diddy,
No. Whoa.
which got him in trouble.
No.
with Lil Rod.
Whoa.
Because Lil Rod produced and wrote on that. and
What
never
are you
got paid.
doing?
I know.
You don't got to do that.
I'm just saying it. It's
No,
ironic.
you wait. No, the trial's happening right now.
I know.
No, you take that.
Absolutely.
You want me to cut that out? I can cut that out.
Please cut it out. But even then, look at who is putting together a project. You know what I'm saying? Of like putting out something that is something that people are like, yo, I kind of like this.
Okay.
When it comes to R&B, and here's what I'm trying to say. Back then, like when Case was saying, I'm missing you. By the way, he had
Yeah.
Beyonce in the video, so you knew he was missing that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bring back video vixens.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Not just a
Mhm.
video model. Bring back video
Yeah.
vixens. You feel me? Not OnlyFans girls that y'all just throw in. Video vixens took their time. But but even then, right? This dude was even at the end, he was singing. He said, I can't sing no more. Because he left it all on the court. He put his whole heart and soul into that song.
Right.
I can't sing no more. Who is saying that in the booth? Who else?
I don't know.
He left it all on the table. See, the problem is most of these R&B stars, they getting too many hoes. They
Okay.
getting too many hoes.
All right.
If they didn't get all these women, they would be begging.
Yeah.
And not only that, none of y'all ain't got your heart broken.
Nobody wants to take an L anymore. And a part of rhythm and blues is taking an L.
That's the blues.
That's the blues.
Come on now.
Yeah, you gotta be able to be vulnerable. You gotta be able, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the 60s was like, hey men, men, we don't cry, but we get sad sometimes. So I'm glad it's raining because I'm gonna go outside and cry and take out the garbage in the rain so that I can cry and nobody knows it. And I'm really got the sniffles because I went outside in the rain, but actually I'm sad.
You get that's no. This nigga, what's his name? Otis.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga made a career off of just hurting pain.
Otis Redding?
Redden, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought you meant Otis Williams. I was like, well,
Otis
I
Redding,
mean, he whispered the pain to another dude, and then he kind of sang it a little.
But Otis Redding made a history.
Ain't nobody coming to see you,
Just
Otis.
pain. No, not him.
But yeah, no, but the group was my
By
idea.
the way,
It's
Leon,
my movie. The movie is about me. Now, I am the only person alive, but I was the main character in the Temptations. It's just a coincidence. It just happens to be.
I saw that nigga in person, and he was like, "You want a picture, huh?" Right? Because I said that he wasn't being rude. He was like, "You want a picture, bro?" Because I saw him, take pictures of people. And I was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "All right, we finna take it." And he looked at me, he said, "What you taking on your phone?" And I don't know. I just said, "Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis." This nigga looked at me like this. I was like, "We taking a picture." and I'm gonna show you the picture.
Yo,
that nigga was mad.
Yo.
I know he probably heard it a million times.
Right.
But he said, "You want a picture?" I was like, "Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis." I was like, "So right there, please." You see me big cheesing? And he like this. He was pissed. He was pissed. But nah.
What if Leon added that? What if that wasn't in the script?
He said it was improv.
Yeah.
He said it was
And so
improv.
it's like, yo, I approved the script. What is all this? Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. I ain't approved that. Y'all got my name on here as a producer. Even people think I'm just getting something like that. Back in the day, it wasn't like that, okay? I'll tell you what it was like, all right? I knocked the cocaine off the table. I was like, you need to get out of here, David. And everybody was like, ooh. It wasn't like, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. We knew where I stood in the group.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's just me and the group in the room.
Do you question any biopic of any of these old artists and stuff like that?
Every biopic, somebody walks up like, "Hi, I'm Diana Ross. This is my friend Mary Wells, and this is my other friend Smokey Robinson." And it's like, all right, y'all intro with the full names.
I get you. And it's something that you look at, you be like, man, I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. The Selena movie, I don't know why I believe it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think they could have messed that up. That was a recent story.
But
I think
it was told by the dad, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, it just happened. I think people could be like, hey, I got it taped on the Today Show. You know what I'm saying? Like we can run this back.
True, but also you remember around that time there was also still the rumor that the dad killed her as well. So it was too close, and he was directly over it. So I was like, damn, if he's saying he was this strict,
right,
and this is his story,
yeah,
imagine how it felt to everybody else. It must have been even worse. You get what I'm saying? And then not only that, it just fueled he really killed her. He was jealous of her and things like. But that's what we were saying. Because back then, a rumor weighed a lot.
That is true. A rumor weighed a lot.
Because we didn't have nothing to see if it was true or not.
Wrong, for sure. Not we. I never was a part of that.
But
camp.
no, there was so many rumors. The Tommy Hilfiger was
well, grown
racist.
people got that was going around on the emails. Yeah, in the Maya Angelou poem that said that Timberlands was the
tree represented
we
that we got hung.
from the tree.
Remember that?
Right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about Houston songs saying "fuck Hilfiger." FUBU shirt, like that was our culture.
And now you're on the FUBU comedy tour.
Yeah, shout out to the FUBU comedy tour. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? We out here. You know what I'm saying? We hitting up every city in America. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we hitting up every city. All the cities up in the name. Houston, LA. We did Austin. Humble, Texas.
Come on. Ellipses.
Atlanta, we actually go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And we got more on the way.
Come
Because
on.
you know what's the craziest part? I love that you brought that up. We're doing this tour different.
Okay.
We're not doing the tour where everything is set up and then we go to it.
Got you.
It is working as we're doing it.
Okay.
So it's even
all right.
stuff
I don't know if you got to tell the people that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but we doing it.
But I am inspired.
It's for us.
Inspired.
It's by us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Canice, man, it's been so good to catch up with you. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
You've been so funny throughout. Your podcast is funny. Your character work when you do is it Marcus X?
Marquise X.
And
shout out to him. I'm bringing back. Absolutely.
You do the black facts and
Come on now.
On all the social medias and whatnot. And
shout out to y'all.
It's been fun to watch, man. Yeah. So I'm glad to have you on the show for sure.
Man, yeah. Oh, by the way, I wanted to give you a flowers because I was talking about you on the way here. Bro, y'all want to know something about this nigga Rob Haze?
Uh-oh.
I met this guy at the Bay Area Black Competition. I've never seen a nigga pull up in, I think it was some, Jordan 5s and a cardigan. Hat to the back. Gets on stage, looks at the crowd for 30 seconds. Mind you, we only had 3 or 4 minutes set that first round. 30 seconds, he's just looking at the crowd, pulls out a kazoo.
This is a later round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All I know is you advanced after that. It was a kazoo, right?
Mm-hmm.
He pulled it out. He plays, I think it was Mary J. Blige.
I don't even remember.
He
this
plays
is crazy.
Mary J. Blige on the kazoo. Everybody's dying laughing. He wins that round. I said, "Oh, this nigga cold."
I don't even remember. I did the kazoo. Oh my god,
yes,
that's crazy.
Never forgot that.
That's crazy.
Went from because how they introduced you, there was and from Atlanta, Georgia, Rob Haze. So I'm thinking I'm finna get his name Rob. He got a Z in his last name.
Yeah,
it's going down.
Yeah.
And he got up there and played a kazoo, and I was just like, bro,
I forgot. Oh my god,
through the crowd
so
for a loop.
crazy.
Everybody's dying laughing or whatever in advance, and then to go from that to writing for TV. You know what I'm saying with the Sherman showcase. And I was telling him how you also have written for just about every award show.
Come on, man.
You can name.
Some of them.
Yeah, I know. You there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, you see Rob in the suit? Oh, he let y'all know. he just wrote on this. when we see you out in the suit, he let boys know I wrote for whatever show y'all watching tonight.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? From knowing that, bro, and still killing it with your comedy, that last special was amazing. Bro.
Oh man,
so
appreciate
been a genius,
that.
still a genius. Doing it uniquely, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
And he had something that he said about yo, I just ain't got my grip. I felt that. That is just life in general.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm just getting my grip together, bro.
Yeah.
I'm getting a hold of it. And once we got a hold of it, man, so it's good to be here.
Yeah.
It's good to be here. Thank
good
you
to
so
see
much.
you.
By the way, the FUBU tour is going down. And also, just so you know, the Jokes Over Brunch tour is happening too. It's starting off in Houston, Texas on 713 Day. That is July 13th. We got to cut that out.
Too
July
many months
13th.
Start with J.
Exactly. July,
Come on.
June,
It's
January.
26 letters. It's like 3
Come
J
on.
months. It don't make no sense.
July 13th, that's a Sunday. We holding it down. We doing Sunday Fun Day the right way. So Jokes Over Brunch is going down. Everybody's pulling up, and we hope to see you there at the Punchline Houston Comedy Club or whatnot. So, yes, pull up. Anywho, Rob, it's been great.
Thank you. This has been the Inconsistent Podcast with Rob Haze.
You feel me?